tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Brought down at the
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
At the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson is going to go for a big play downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play in football.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
At the Chargers' 24-yard line.
Pursued yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Third down,
eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Jackson to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tony Gonzalez. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And his guys are going to take the lead.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. Well, it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Eight yards to go on second down. They run with Jackson out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They'll run on first down. It's Jackson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this take him down, and the clock will roll. Second and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Jackson, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
It's now third and
big play coming here. It's third and goal. Here's Jackson. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. He'll look to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
It's 22. Visitors 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're in
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. And he will take it in for a touchdown. Dante Hall finding the end zone on the game's final play.
Tonight's final score.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to